Labor and the Coalition have spent the day battling over health. The opposition leaders pledging to dump the plan for prescription co-payments. The Prime Minister says it's another funding black hole. But there is one thing that unites both sides, that politicians' tax breaks are out of their hands. Here's political editor Chris Uhlmann.
As the sun rose on week 3 of the election marathon, the opposition leader's bus rolled into Bondi for a hit and run on Malcolm Turnbull's electorate. A couple of hours and about 6 kilometres away, the Prime Minister went walkabout at a food and wine festival.
Hello, Superman. How are you going?
Today's theme was health, with the government offering $7 million to give young people better access to clinical trials.
We're going to remove the rules that at the moment say that young people can't participate because they fall between children and adults. That's ridiculous.
And Labor has pledged to scrap a coalition plan to add $5 to the cost of each pharmaceutical benefit scheme prescription.
Labor's policies that we've been announcing this week are about preserving Medicare and keeping down the price of medicine and prescription drugs.
That measure has been tied up in the Senate for 2 years, but the change is a technical hit to the budget.
Bill Shorten, yet again, is putting some more hundreds of millions of dollars, nearly $1 billion, on what he calls the spendometer.
The Prime Minister and his Health Minister seemed at odds when asked if the coalition would persist with the co-payment.
Yes, there's no change to that.
Well, we will look at the policies after the election.
And after saying its plans to unfreeze Medicare rebates were aimed at saving bulk billing, Labor was forced to concede today that the bulk billing rates have risen.
And I'd welcome that bulk billing remains high. That's a good thing. We want to preserve that.
But the opposition leader can point to a funding source for his health plans by not following the government's lead.
To give $50 billion over the next 10 years in business tax cuts.
There was a single issue that brought both sides together today, the question of tax deductions for politicians who own homes in Canberra.
Rules relating to tax deductions are not set by the politicians.
These matters are set by an independent tribunal.
But none of this matters if no one's listening, and right now hardheads in both major parties say they don't think that people are engaged. So what do the people of Watsons Bay make of Bill Shorten's message?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
He's focusing on healthcare cuts.
I think he's trying to be, I guess, maybe a little bit more socialist.
What about Malcolm Turnbull?
Jobs and growth.
I couldn't tell you.
I'd say strong economy.
Look after the rich.
The straw poll gives a narrow victory to the Prime Minister. So what's his tipping like?
How do you think they'll go today against the Bulldogs?
They'll be triumphant.
Triumphant.
Bulldogs 32, Roosters 20.
He's also backing the coalition. Chris Uhlmann, ABC News, Canberra.
More than 300,000